Hi, most of us or most of the people believe there is a superpower above us. And some say to connect to the superpower, you need a special language, there's a special timing, there's a special ritual, and there are some gurus to connect to them. So without the gurus, you can't connect directly. That is, you need to become a disciple of the guru. I am here to share the experiences or the dangers behind this. Watch this video till the end. Hi, before going to this topic, just want to ask you to connect to God, is there a special language? Is there a special ritual? Is there a special timing? Yes or no? Some may say yes, some may say no. But let me just ask you the other way. Just imagine there's a 2 to 3 months old baby. Do you think there's a special timing for the baby to get milk from the mother? Or any special language to communicate to his or her mother? Is there any special language? Any special timings? Any rituals? No, right? Similarly, to connect to the Creator, to connect to my Creator, to connect to my God, there is no special language or there's no special timing because I see my God as my Father, as my Mother. Okay, the topic here is law of attraction versus cult practices. In fact, this is on the request of one of the viewer who asked me to share a topic on this. In fact, I have spoken many about the cult practices like the black magic and so on in my previous videos. But this is going to be something very different from that. So one thing you have to understand is law of attraction is from the mind. It's not from your spirit. It's not a spiritual practice. But after the movie, The Secret, or the law of attraction becoming popular, in fact, every common person, many people are aware of this law of attraction today. Many spiritual practitioners took this as an advantage and started to deceive people by saying this is also law of attraction, which is not, and made them to follow some spiritual practices. Again, you have to understand, you can't connect directly through your spirit because your mind is a door. You have to understand, you can't connect to the spiritual powers without opening your mind. Because as I keep saying, your mind is your door. In fact, I've said this many times. We are a spirit having a soul living in a body. So the soul is where the mind comes in. And that is a door. And on the hierarchy, spirit comes first, next comes your soul, next comes your body. So when a person is affected on the spirit area, even his mind is affected, even his body is affected. But the door is from the mind. So first they attack your mind, their way of speaking, their way of convincing you, they are making you believe that this is also law of attraction, and through this you can manifest anything, you can attract anything, and you can also have some supernatural powers. They'll make you to believe that. And that's where many people are becoming victims and are being trapped. The moment you are in that trap, it is very difficult for you to come out of it because now you are connected your spirit with an external spirits, and they say you're connected with God. Sorry, it's not God. Yes, it's a superpower. As I keep saying again and again, there is no special ritual or special language or special practices to connect with God. Anybody can connect with God. In fact, it's very simple. It's very simple because God is not outside you, God is inside you. And you can just speak to Him from your heart. And you can feel Him. In fact, you can just watch my video on how to pray, where I shared how to pray and how to get connected with God. Again, one of my favorite saying is, both rowdy, there is a gangster, and a police cop, both have power. So in the physical world, we'll be able to differentiate who is a gangster or a rowdy and who is a police cop. By the looks, by the uniform, yes. But when it comes to the spiritual power, it is very difficult to differentiate which is the good energy, which is the bad energy, or which is God and which is the other spirits, which is very difficult because both have power. But again, God is above every other powers. The reason why I am sharing all this is because by God's grace, I was able to solve many cases who have been trapped in the so-called spiritual powers. So, what are the ways of opening the door for any spiritual powers to enter your body? It can start with your star signs, like many of us. Okay, in fact, I was having a practice of checking the newspapers daily and saying my star signs. Okay, what is for the day? Okay, so where I am. Okay, what does the so and so the newspaper particular thing says about me, about my future. And what actually happens is, moment you are looking into this, you're actually opening your door. Or any special timings, if you say like this time is good, there's a bad time, or good day, bad day, special days, like on basis on the sun or the moon, or wearing special rings, like with some stones, special stones, gemstones, or numerology, astrology, tarot card reading, so many things. There are so many things. Or other spiritual practices, like even meditation, some types of meditation. Also like Reiki, pranic healing, so many things are there which is they are all on spiritual powers. Again, there are some cases where people have been able to get some solutions out of it, but there is an area which you are not aware of. Like, I'll just give an example. I was a technical guy and I was more into computer hardware and software. So if you know, there's in the CPU, the processor, there's a BIOS configuration where you can any hardware engineer will know this. Okay, that is actually literally touching the BIOS, and you can even increase the speed of your system by increasing your BIOS speed. And only a trained person can do this. If any person tries to do that part, there's a chance the CPU can be burnt, can collapse. The same thing is with the spiritual powers. So there are people who may say, oh, I'm experiencing good here, so I'm experiencing some kind of healings. But the problem is, you opened a door, and it is just very, very dangerous. In fact, many people have had a debate with me on this, and they try to prove that whatever they've been doing is right. My simple question to those people is, I don't debate with these people. I just ask them, first thing is, what was your purpose of doing this? Purpose. If you say to connect with God, as I said, it's very simple. You need not to go through these rituals, you need not to go through these practices, because God is inside. God is in me, and anybody can get connected. You don't require a special language or a special ritual to connect to them. Second thing, are you at peace? Which most of the people, in fact, I've seen many people, 99.9% of the people who said, no, I don't have peace. And my answer to them is, I have peace. Why? Because I have a relationship with God. And as I keep saying, anybody can build a relationship with God, and you do not go through all these practices to have a relationship with God. Just want to share something very interesting. Recently, a lady called me from another country, and she said, she's a yoga master, pranic healing, Reiki master, and she's been teaching and she's been helping more people also. But the problem is, there's a relationship issue, and for past 10 years, she doesn't know where her husband is. In fact, her husband is in a different country and there is no contact with him. And she has attempted suicide 4 times. She's financially not stable, or she's going down. She sees money, but it doesn't stay with her. So she's just struggling. And one more thing is, there are no friends or relatives for her. She's completely like an orphan. What is the purpose of knowing all this when you are not at peace? So this is a danger. This is a danger. Be careful. Very recently, another person called me and asked me, like I was just reading one of the books, and there it mentioned saying that if you really want to have superpower, you have to avoid sex. As if you are a married person, don't have a physical relation with your wife. So by controlling yourself, you will have more power. Just nonsense. Literally nonsense. See what I'm trying to say now, the moment you adapt or follow some kind of rituals, you are in a trap. I'll give a simple example. For example, I given my phone to you, a mobile phone to you, my phone to you, and I just said keep it with you. You didn't pay anything. I just said okay, I'm just passing by, I'm just keep this phone with you and I'll collect it later. Can I come at any point of time to take my phone? Yes, it's my phone. So you're holding my property. Similarly, if you're holding anything of that so-called negative energy, the negative energy has the right to come to you at any point of time. And that's what I always keep saying people is be careful in following some ritual. Some people say that okay, I have some ring, I have some taviz, I have some thread on me, some kind of practices. They say it's some Guruji or some Babaji gave them by after some puja or all. I'm sorry. If you are holding something, you are a victim of it and you can be attacked. In fact, you are attacked already, but it can manifest more. And that's where many people lose their peace. Yes, I do agree that many people tried knowingly or unknowingly. In fact, I was a victim. In fact, I had 8 rings and I followed many rituals, I followed meditation, I followed all the practices. And the day I understood everything is within me, there is God is within me, my life completely changed. I don't have anything. I don't have any rings. I don't wear anything special to say that okay, I have a relationship with God. No, I don't want it. So if you are a victim and if you find somewhere you are trapped and if you really want to come out of it, as I keep saying, this particular program is completely online. You can reach me out. My numbers are flashing here and I'll be there to help you out. Again, as I keep saying, share this video to as many people as you can so that many people will be benefited out of this kind of program. Again, Wilfred Stanley signing off from Rapid Mind.